Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about the secret Gibson of Carlos Santana, and maybe some of you know already which guitar I'm talking about. Maybe others will not know. Actually, I was kind of surprised when I found out this. I was doing my research because I wanted to talk about Santana a bit, and then I found this Guitar World article about this guitar. And so reading that, I went to strumentimusicali.net. I ordered these guitars for this video because I thought it was a nice excuse to try something really special, okay? Everybody knows that Santana is usually associated with Paul Smith guitars, also Yamaha era. And in the early days of Woodstock, for example, we are used to think about Santana with the SG, right? So you would think, which other guitars are you talking about, Luca? And actually, the guitar that I have here is I'll show you. So, ta-da, reveal. Opla! Okay, this is Gibson Les Paul Custom 68 Morphy-Lab Ultralight Aged. And this guitar is just awesome, guys. Unfortunately, it's awesome because it's really expensive. So, but it's really nice. Okay. What I've read on Guitar World is that Santana wasn't really happy about his Gibson SG because the guitar didn't stay in tune. So he was really angry with that guitar, and basically he broke it because the band didn't want him to spend any money on another guitar. So he had to, to crash the guitar so he could buy a new one, because the band was like, okay, you have to buy a new one. And actually, he found a 68 refinished guitar, so it's not black like this one. And that guitar was the guitar that Carlos used on Abraxas record, or Abraxas, I don't know with the correct pronunciation, in which there are some of my favorite Carlos Santana songs, and some of most famous actually. We have Oyo Como Va, Samba Pati, and Black Magic Woman, that I think it's my favorite Carlos Santana song of all time. I think it's really special. And I didn't know that that album was recorded with a 68 Les Paul Custom. So I could play it this way for hours. And I know that in Samba Pati, you're supposed to play with a wah-wah in order to, to find the sweet spot and leave it there to have a more quacky kind of sound. But I think you can appreciate more the fullness of this guitar, without it. So apart from the guitar, I'm using a Fender Princeton amplifier and a J-Rocket The Dude pedal. I think it's a really nice overdrive. And I'm using this overdrive, it's kind of a Dumble style amp in a box kind of overdrive. I don't know if it's like an amp in a box, but it gives you more of that kind of the classic Dumble type of sound. I think it makes a really good mesh with the Fender Princeton, because I wanted to recreate a little bit the sound of a Mesa Boogie Mark I. And probably you know already that the Mesa Boogie Mark I that Carlos Santana used since 1972, I guess, was basically an evolution of Fender Princeton. He wanted an amplifier that could give him more sustain, okay, like a saxophone or a clarinet. So the Mark I was born, and he said something like, "Oh, this little thing really boogies," so that's why the name as a boogie, came from. I think that's the story. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right. So with this kind of gain, you have, that classic sustainy type of tone, So this was the lead pickup, and the neck pickup is also really nice sounding. super, super inspiring. Also the middle position. I don't know, it's really organic. I don't know, it's super responsive. I recently bought a Quad Cortex and I'm really happy with it. It sounds amazing. But I made a video 2 or 3 videos ago about having a little amp playing, you know, just in the same room like that. It's not super loud actually. This is on 2. Not super apartment volume. I hope that my neighbors will not complain. But there's something about it, and it's really inspiring, guys. What can I say? Anyway, this was the guitar with the overdrive. This is without the overdrive, okay? This was the right chord. Okay, the neck position. And the neck position as well. Super inspiring tones, also with the clean one. I don't know how to say. Every Gibson Murphy Lab that I'm trying, they sound absolutely fantastic. And of course, they're really expensive, so they better play great. But it's always like this. And this finish, the ultralight aged one, is one of my favorite because it, you know, it lets you play the instrument without caring too much that you have almost a 7 grand guitar on your lap, because it already has some scratches, some checkings, you know, so it feels like an old friend, you know. It's really nice, and one of my favorite finishes actually, because it gives you that vibe without costing too much compared to a VOS or a gloss finish. But I would go with the ultralight aging, you know, all the time if I had to choose. I think it's just like $500 or something of a difference between this one and the VOS, but I like this one way better. I think they making a really stellar job. I had the chance to play some real vintage Gibsons, and I can say that the Murphy Labs they're the closest experience that you can have to a real vintage one. I'm not saying they're the same, but you know, I think they're doing an awesome job. I know, of course, this is an expensive guitar, so I wanted also to show you a more affordable option that doesn't have the same vibe, of course, doesn't have the same magic of this one, but you know, it's a nice guitar indeed, and I kind of expected that. Here we go. This is an Epiphone Les Paul Custom, limited edition with the Koa top. This one is more similar to my Gibson Les Paul Custom, my 93 Les Paul Custom. The general vibe is instantly more modern, let's say, but I think it sounds really, really nice. And actually, it's not my first Epiphone of the Inspired by Gibson line that I'm trying, and I think they're doing a great job. Of course, if you have also checked out my other videos, you know that I'm really honest and I'm always pointing out, you know, if there are any flaws or things that I don't like. But personally, I think that Epiphone is doing a great job in this Inspired by Gibson line. I don't know, guys, they are nailing it. This guitar costs something like 10 times less than the Morphy Lab. It's not the same guitar, for sure. It doesn't give me the same vibes, but it's perfect tool if you want to play, you know, without spending too much. Maybe the only thing I would say is just that the frets are not super perfect. They are a little bit scratchy here. They could be improved, but other than that, I think the guitar sounds pretty cool. Also, the action is a little bit higher than the Gibson. The Gibson was perfect. This one is maybe a little bit too high, but it sounds good. This is the clean sound. Middle pickup. And neck pickup. So anyway, this guitar sounds good. Now I switch on the overdrive so you can hear the overdriven tones. Of course, this is not the amp, or you know, if you want to make some really metal or hard rock type of tones. I mean, at least not much in my taste. But if you want to play more bluesy, more, you know, Santana-ish, maybe you can do it. Well, let's try to play this one, my favorite one actually. Okay, I think you can fake it if you want. Maybe if you want to have a more vintage kind of experience, you can change, you know, the knobs and having the witch hat like the previous one. You can maybe change the pickups and put something more boutique if you like, even if, you know, these pickups, they don't sound bad. They have a nice quality. Also the neck pickup, it's kind of, you know, it had this kind of whistle that I like. Not bad, not bad. Of course, it's not perfect. Maybe the frets can be better, but it's just, I think it's just a setup kind of issue here. Of course, these type of instruments, in order to be more affordable, they can be improved for sure. You know, with some tweakings here and there, but it's not a bad guitar at all, and I think it looks fantastic. What do you think? It's a nice guitar. I know there are many other options if you want to buy a budget Les Paul guitar. Maybe it would be time to make a new video comparison, and if so, if you're interested in I don't know, budget Les Paul comparison, let me know, and let me know which guitars you would like me to try to compare, because it's been a few years now that I'm not doing that kind of content, so maybe it would be interesting for you, I don't know. Anyway, this video was made with the purpose of trying that guitar, you know, the Morphy Lab, because I really wanted to try a Morphy Lab Les Paul Custom that I haven't tried before, so I'm really happy about it, and I hope that, you know, sharing my experience with you will be helpful in any way, or inspiring, I don't know. Of course, you can check out all the links in the description down below if you want to know more about, you know, these instruments, you know, the correct specifications and everything, prices, availability if you want to buy them, to strumentimusicali.net or whatever you want. It would be really appreciated if you would subscribe to my channel and put a thumbs up, you know, a like. It would be really, really helpful to helping me out with the YouTube algorithm. And leave a comment if you like this video or not. Just like, let me know. All right, and thank you very much for spending time with me, and see you next time, guys. Ciao.